What if I told you that sitting for hours every day can quietly damage your arteries, just like smoking harms your lungs? It's true. When you sit too long, your blood flow slows down, your arteries stiffen, and your risk of high blood pressure and heart disease begins to climb, even if you exercise later. The shocking part is, it's not just how much you move, it's how often you move. Your arteries need frequent activity to stay flexible and clean, not long stretches of stillness. In this video, we'll uncover what sitting does to your arteries, why it silently raises your blood pressure, and most importantly, simple science-backed fixes you can start today to protect your heart and circulation. Disclaimer: this video is for educational purposes only and not a substitute for professional medical advice. Always consult your doctor before starting any new routine. The silent damage of sitting too long, the hidden threat in your chair. What if the real danger to your heart isn't stress or diet, but your chair? Most people spend nearly half their waking hours sitting, whether it's at a desk, behind the wheel, or watching TV. This stillness quietly trains your body to slow down. The muscles that normally help your heart push blood stop contracting, and circulation begins to weaken. Over time, your arteries, those flexible lifelines that carry blood from your heart to every organ, start to lose their natural strength. When movement stops, blood flow slows. The human body was designed to move. When muscles sit idle for hours, the heart must work harder to circulate blood. Fluid begins to pool in the lower legs, oxygen delivery drops, and pressure inside the arteries builds. Doctors call this endothelial dysfunction, a breakdown of the inner lining of your arteries. This lining, called the endothelium, normally releases nitric oxide to help vessels expand and stay flexible. But when it's inactive for too long, it stiffens instead, like a rubber band left out in the sun. You might notice early signs: numb feet, heavy legs, or swelling at the ankles. These small symptoms are your body's way of saying, "Hey, I need movement." Ignore them long enough, and that temporary stiffness can turn into long-term arterial damage. The science: how sitting harms your arteries. Multiple studies now confirm the danger. Research shows that sitting more than 6 hours a day can raise your risk of heart disease by nearly 30%, even if you exercise afterward. Why? Because the problem isn't the absence of workouts, it's the constant stillness between them. During prolonged sitting, blood pressure rises slightly while oxygen levels drop. The arteries respond by becoming less elastic. This process triggers low-grade inflammation inside vessel walls, making it easier for cholesterol to stick and form plaque. Over years, this silent process contributes to high blood pressure, hardened arteries, and eventually heart disease. For people over 40, the effect intensifies. Natural nitric oxide production, the chemical that keeps arteries relaxed, declines with age. Add hours of sitting, and the body's ability to protect its blood vessels falls even further. That's why long periods of stillness often leave your heart rate elevated and your circulation sluggish by the end of the day. Reversing the quiet damage. Here's the hopeful part. Your arteries can recover. Just standing, stretching, or walking for a few minutes every half hour wakes up the vascular system again. Each small movement squeezes the calf and thigh muscles, acting like a natural pump that pushes blood back toward the heart. These tiny efforts restore oxygen flow and remind your arteries to stay flexible. Think of them as mini tune-ups for your circulatory system. Sitting still for hours isn't harmless rest, it's silent stress on your arteries. The longer you sit, the stiffer they become. But the fix is simple: move often. You don't need a gym or long workouts, just frequent, gentle reminders that your body was made for motion. What happens inside your arteries when you sit all day? The science of stillness: what's really going on inside you. Imagine looking inside your body after hours of sitting. Your heart is still beating, but your blood is moving sluggishly. The arteries that should expand and contract like soft, elastic tubes start behaving more like stiff straws. This slow, subtle change doesn't hurt right away, but it quietly raises your risk for high blood pressure, clots, and heart disease. Let's break down what's really happening inside your arteries, minute by minute, when you sit all day. After 20 minutes, circulation begins to slow. Within just 20 minutes of sitting still, the first changes begin. Blood flow to your legs starts to decrease. The calf muscles, often called your second heart, stop squeezing blood upward toward the chest. As a result, blood begins to pool in the lower body, and your arteries sense less movement of oxygen-rich blood. When this happens, your endothelial cells, the inner lining of your arteries, reduce their production of nitric oxide, a natural chemical that helps keep vessels flexible and open. Without enough nitric oxide, your arteries can't relax properly, and blood pressure begins to climb slightly. After 1 hour, oxygen delivery drops. After an hour of sitting, the blood in your legs becomes thicker and more sluggish. The smaller blood vessels, or capillaries, deliver less oxygen to your tissues. Your heart has to work harder to push the same amount of blood through a now slightly narrower network of vessels. This increases the workload on your heart, causing subtle changes in your pulse and pressure levels. You may start to feel restless, tired, or even notice your feet getting cooler. Small signs that your circulation is struggling. For people with high blood pressure, diabetes, or varicose veins, this is when things can start getting risky. Limited oxygen delivery forces the heart to compensate, putting strain on the cardiovascular system even during rest. After 3 hours, blood pressure and sugar begin to rise. Once sitting extends past 2 to 3 hours, your metabolic activity drops dramatically. Muscles burn less glucose, insulin sensitivity decreases, and blood sugar starts to rise. Higher blood sugar triggers inflammation inside blood vessel walls, one of the root causes of arterial stiffness. Meanwhile, blood pressure rises as the vessels constrict to push sluggish blood forward. Over time, this creates microscopic injuries in the endothelium, allowing fatty deposits to stick more easily. These are the beginnings of arterial plaque, and they start silently, long before you ever feel symptoms. The role of nitric oxide, the body's natural artery protector. Nitric oxide, NO, is a key molecule your body uses to keep blood vessels open and smooth. It's released when your muscles contract, meaning movement naturally keeps your arteries healthy. But when you sit too long, NO levels plummet. That means your arteries lose their ability to expand easily, blood pressure rises, and your risk of developing hypertension grows. This is why movement isn't just about burning calories. It's about keeping your body's chemistry balanced and your arteries functioning properly. Every minute you spend sitting quietly affects what's happening deep inside your arteries. Reduced blood flow, lower nitric oxide, and higher pressure create a perfect storm for vascular damage. But the solution is simple. Interrupt stillness. Even a few minutes of gentle movement restores flow, boosts nitric oxide, and gives your arteries a much-needed stretch. Why exercise alone can't undo a sedentary day. Here's a hard truth many people don't realize. Even if you go for a morning walk, hit the gym, or stretch for half an hour, it doesn't erase the harm of sitting for the other 8 or 10 hours of your day. Yes, exercise is powerful, but when it comes to protecting your arteries and controlling blood pressure, it's not just about how much you move, it's about how often you move. This is where most people, especially those over 40, get it wrong. Why long sitting cancels out short workouts. Let's say you wake up early and walk briskly for 30 minutes. That's excellent for your heart. But then you spend the next 8 hours sitting at your desk, driving, or watching TV. In those long, still hours, your metabolism slows dramatically. Fat-burning enzymes switch off, blood sugar rises, and circulation slows again. By the end of the day, your arteries have experienced hours of stiffness and pressure that a short workout can't fully undo. Scientists call this the active couch potato effect. Someone who meets the exercise recommendations but remains sedentary most of the day. Studies show that even physically active people who sit for long stretches have higher risks of high blood pressure, heart disease, and stroke compared to those who break up their sitting time with movement. What happens inside the body? When you sit for long periods, your leg muscles, particularly the calves and thighs, become inactive. Without those muscle contractions, blood doesn't circulate efficiently back to the heart. As a result, blood pressure gradually creeps upward. The walls of your arteries experience more tension. Fat and sugar accumulate in your bloodstream instead of being used for energy. Even if you work out later, those accumulated hours of inactivity leave a physiological imprint. Think of your arteries like a sponge. Brief activity can hydrate them, but long hours of dryness make them stiff again. The science is clear. In one study, adults who sat for more than 8 hours a day but exercised for 1 hour daily still showed higher arterial stiffness and blood pressure spikes than those who moved briefly every hour. Another study revealed that just 2 minutes of light walking every 30 minutes was enough to lower blood pressure and improve blood sugar levels significantly throughout the day. That's because the cardiovascular system prefers consistency over intensity. Short bursts of movement, like standing, stretching, or walking to get water, keep your arteries active and responsive, maintaining healthy blood flow and reducing inflammation. Practical wisdom for seniors. For those over 40, recovery time is slower and arteries are naturally less elastic. So long stretches of sitting can do more harm than they used to in your younger years. That's why the goal isn't to exercise harder, it's to move smarter. Don't save all your movement for the evening. Spread it throughout your day. Stand or walk every half hour, even just for 2 minutes. Each small movement acts like pressing refresh on your circulation. Exercise is essential, but it's not a free pass to sit all day. Your heart and arteries need regular reminders that your body's alive and moving. A single workout helps, but consistent motion throughout the day is what truly protects your blood vessels and keeps your blood pressure in check. How to sit smarter. Posture, position, and blood flow tips. If you must sit, learn to sit the right way. Not everyone can avoid sitting for long hours. Whether it's working at a desk, driving, or reading at home, sitting is a part of life, especially as we age. But here's the secret. How you sit can be just as important as how long you sit. Poor posture doesn't just cause back pain, it also compresses your arteries, limits blood flow, and quietly raises your blood pressure. So if you can't always move, let's make sure you're sitting smarter. Why posture matters for blood flow. When you slump or lean forward, you create kinks in your blood vessels, especially around the hips and abdomen. These bends restrict blood flow from the heart to the legs, forcing your heart to push harder. That added strain can gradually raise your systolic pressure, the top number on your BP reading. Good posture keeps your chest open and your circulation smooth. When your spine is aligned and your core gently engaged, the blood vessels around your heart, pelvis, and legs stay open and unobstructed. The result? Better oxygen delivery and a calmer, more stable heart rhythm. The ideal sitting position for healthy arteries. Here's what health specialists recommend for anyone spending long hours seated. Sit tall. Keep your shoulders relaxed, not hunched. Imagine a string pulling the top of your head gently upward. Feet flat. Both feet should touch the ground or a small footrest. This helps prevent leg swelling and activates calf muscles. Avoid crossing your legs. It might feel comfortable, but it restricts venous return and can raise pressure in the veins. Knees slightly lower than hips. This angle promotes open blood flow from your legs. Use a cushion or lumbar support. Supporting your lower back keeps your spine aligned, easing tension and helping the chest expand fully. Every 30 to 40 minutes, adjust your posture. Even a small shift signals your muscles and arteries to wake up. Circulation-friendly sitting habits. If you work at a desk or spend long periods reading, try these simple tweaks to keep your circulation moving. Do ankle pumps or heel lifts under the desk. Tighten and relax your thigh or glute muscles for 10 seconds every 20 to 30 minutes. Rotate your shoulders and take a deep breath every few minutes. This opens your rib cage and reoxygenates the blood. Place a small water bottle nearby. Every time you drink, stand up to refill it. Even micro movements keep your endothelial cells active. Those are the cells that line and protect your arteries. The dangers of perfect stillness. Many people think sitting still means they're resting. In reality, your cardiovascular system doesn't like stillness. When you don't move at all, blood starts pooling in the legs, pressure builds up, and the arteries stiffen faster. That's why fidgeting, stretching, or shifting positions, even a little, is actually healthy. Small restlessness keeps circulation alive. If life demands long hours of sitting, make those hours smarter. Good posture, small movements, and short breaks transform sitting from artery stress into circulation support. Your chair doesn't have to be your enemy. It can become part of your heart protective routine when you sit consciously and move often. Building a circulation-friendly daily routine. Make every hour a heart-healthy hour. You don't need to change your entire lifestyle to protect your arteries. You just need to change how you move through the day. A few well-timed habits, spaced out from morning to night, can turn your entire routine into a circulation supporting system. Here's how you can build a day that keeps your arteries strong, your blood flowing, and your heart pressure in check. Morning, start with motion and oxygen. Before reaching for your phone or coffee, give your body the signal that it's time to move. In bed, flex your ankles, stretch your arms overhead, and take 3 deep breaths. After getting up, march in place for 1 to 2 minutes or walk around the house while brushing your teeth. After breakfast, take a slow 5-minute walk. It helps digest food and kickstarts blood flow. These gentle morning movements restore nitric oxide production, loosen stiff arteries, and help prevent the common morning blood pressure spike. Pair this with a heart-healthy breakfast, like oats, fruit, or yogurt, and you've already protected your arteries before the day even begins. Midday, break the sitting cycle. The middle of the day is when blood pressure and fatigue often rise. That's your cue to fight stillness with movement. Every 30 to 45 minutes, stand up and stretch. During phone calls, walk or shift your weight side to side. At your desk, do simple seated moves, ankle pumps, shoulder rolls, or glute squeezes. Stay hydrated. Water improves blood viscosity and gives you natural reasons to get up. These micro breaks refresh circulation, stabilize energy levels, and prevent stiffness from setting in. Afternoon, active recovery, not rest. After lunch, many people slump in front of a screen. The worst time to be still. Instead, try this. Take a 5 to 10 minute slow walk or do gentle household chores. Use light stretching bands or do a few calf raises while standing at the counter. If you work at a desk, change sitting positions regularly or stand for short periods. This keeps blood sugar stable, supports digestion, and prevents post-meal spikes that strain the arteries. Evening. Calm the arteries, calm the mind. After dinner, give your body a chance to move again before resting. A 10-minute walk is one of the best habits for lowering nighttime blood pressure. Do deep breathing or leg stretches while watching TV. Before bed, raise your legs slightly with a pillow to support circulation back to the heart. You'll sleep better, and your arteries will stay relaxed through the night. The ripple effect. When you spread movement across the day, every organ benefits. Blood pressure stabilizes, circulation improves, energy and mood stay balanced. The heart becomes more efficient, not overworked. You're not just preventing disease, you're teaching your body to thrive. Your arteries love rhythm, not intensity. Every gentle stretch, every short walk, every deep breath tells your cardiovascular system, keep flowing. This isn't exercise, it's lifestyle medicine. Move a little, move often, and your heart will reward you with strength and calm. Conclusion. Your body was never designed for stillness. Every time you move, even a little, you remind your arteries how to stay young, flexible, and alive. Sitting for long hours doesn't have to define your health story. It's what you do between those hours that matters most. Stand, stretch, breathe, walk. These simple acts are powerful medicine. You don't need fancy workouts or long gym sessions. What your arteries crave is frequency, not intensity. Every small movement strengthens your circulation, lowers your blood pressure, and adds energy to your day. So starting today, treat every half hour as an opportunity, not for exercise, but for life itself. Your heart will thank you with every steady beat. Disclaimer: this video is for educational purposes only and should not replace medical advice. Always consult your doctor before making lifestyle or exercise changes. If you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe, and share this video to help others protect their heart and arteries too. Thanks for watching.